Hi everyone, in this Framer tutorial we're going to create this symmetrical card flip animation, which looks really great and can be thought of another variation of the page flip animation that we created in another tutorial that I'm going to link in the description. So let's get started. In our starter file, to demonstrate the sticky section that includes the animation, I placed it between two sample sections, starting with this full width and height hero one. The next auto wrap section contains the sticky card wrap section, which has again full width and report height. And inside of it we have card stack that is going to contain both left and right cards named card inner. Since we're going to make card inner a component and it's going to have left and right variants, one having an icon and the other one having a text element, I placed them both, but for now the text is hidden. And I added some 3D transform properties to card inner stack that we're gonna need later, like rotate, perspective and origin. And following is a trigger section with full width and height. And as I said, for a better demonstration, a sample section at the bottom follows our animation holder section. Let's start with turning card inner stack into a component. Since we're going to have two colors of our left and right cards, I'll rename the first variant blue L, indicating that it's the left part of the blue variant. Then I'll create a new variant and name it blue R, make the material icon invisible in it, and text visible. Now I can change its fill by clicking the gradient next to its fill on the right panel and making left color stop dark blue and right one mid blue. Before creating green variants, let's define our variables. So I'm gonna select icon in the first variant and click label name under material component properties to create a variable named icon. To create the text variable, I'll select the text in the second variant and under the text section on the right panel, click in the content. I'm gonna create a format text variable. Now we can create the left green variant by duplicating the blue L1 and renaming it green L. Then we can change its fill to make the first color stop mid green and the one at the right dark green. For the last variant, I'm gonna duplicate blue R1 and rename it as green R, and then I'm gonna change its fill to be green. Now that we have all inner card variants we need, we can go back to home screen, duplicate the card inner component there and change the second one's variant to blue R. Then we can create our card components, right? Since we're gonna have a pair of card inners visible for each variant, we can wrap them in a frame to keep the variants tidy, right? So I will select both card inners in variant 1 and I'm gonna wrap them in a frame and rename the frame 1B, since it contains first variant's cards and they're blue. Next, I will select the right inner card and make its X origin 100%, since we need our flip animation to be symmetrical. Before creating other variants, again to make things easier, let's create all sets of card inners first while we're editing the primary variant. So I will duplicate the frame 1B, name it 2G, since it's gonna be a green and it's the second variant, and I'm gonna make its position absolute. Then I will remove its z-index to keep things easy, as we're going to arrange it with the layer order. I will carry it above 1B. Before making any changes in 2G, I'm gonna select 1B and make its opacity 0, basically to be able to see the changes that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna select the left variant under 2G and make its variant green L and make its icon photo filter. Then I'm gonna select right inner card under 2G, and of course I need to make its variant green R and paste its text. Now we can duplicate 2G and select the one at top, rename it as 3B, since third variant is gonna be blue, and since all the variants except 1B needs to have some sort of 3D rotation in the first variant, I'm gonna make cardinals rotation under 2G. That also is going to help us to view the inner cards under 3B, right? So I'm gonna select the left one under 2G and make its Y rotation -90, and select the right one and make its rotation 90 degrees. Now we can select the left inner card under 3B and make its variant blue L and make its icon arrow forward. And of course I need to change the right one's variant to blue R and paste its text, right? Let's duplicate 3B, again select the one at top and name it 4G. Again, before changing the variants of inner cards, let's make the transforms of 3B by selecting the left inner card under it and making its Y rotation -90 degrees and right one 90. Now we can select the left inner card under 4G and make its variant green L and change its icon to ViewConfig. Then we can select the right one and make its variant green R and paste its content. Lastly, as we need fourth variant inner cards also rotated in the first variant, I will make right inner cards Y rotation 90 degrees and left ones -90. Of course, now I can make 1B's opacity 1 again, since we need it to be visible in this variant, right? Now we can create other variants of our card component. So I'm gonna duplicate the first variant and select left inner card that's visible in it and make its Y rotation 90. Then select the right one and make its Y rotation -90. And to make this variant's inner cards visible, I will select both inner cards under 2G and enter 0 for their Y rotations. Then I will duplicate variant 2 and in variant 3 I will select left inner card under 2G and make its Y rotation 90. Select the right one and make its Y -90. Then again in variant 3, to make its own cardinals visible, I'm gonna select both inner cards under 3B and make their Y rotations 0. Lastly, I will duplicate variant 3 and in variant 4 under 3B I will make left inner cards Y rotation 90 and right ones -90. And to make this variant's inner cards visible, I'm gonna select them both under 4G and enter 0 for their Y rotation. Now that we have all the variants we need, we can go back to home screen and add scroll variant effect to our card component, right? But before adding it, let's create the triggers for each variant. So I'm gonna duplicate the existing variant to make its scroll section 2 that we're gonna use for basically variant 2. Make one more for variant 3. And the last one, of course, is gonna be for variant 4, right? Now we can add scroll variant effect to our card. Trigger is gonna be section in view. Viewport is gonna be center, and for variant 2, I'm gonna select trigger 2. And section 3 is gonna trigger variant 3. And section 4 is gonna be triggering variant 4, right? Let's test it. It's working, but it's too fast, right? We also need to add a buffer scroll section at the very bottom to keep the last variant on screen for a little more while we scroll down. So I'll duplicate the last trigger and remove its scroll section to have that static buffer trigger section. Then I will go to the card components screen, and while variant 1 is selected, I'm gonna click spring next to transition and make time 1 and bounce 0. Let's test it again. And it looks great, right? It creates also a great visual effect when we scroll up with the go to top button. I hope you liked the tutorial. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.